And welcome back to the Ramblin' Review episode 2. I just want to say, guys, before we get started, thanks again for all the likes, the views, subscribers. I mean, I appreciate it, guys. Awesome, great amount of views starting off this first video. I am going to do the Duke game as episode 2. I will cover the Duke game, the plays here. I know he struggled for 3 quarters in this game and then turned it on in the fourth quarter. Before I dive into this game, I will say I'll touch on the NC State game because this video is coming off of that loss, and it was extremely frustrating. I was frustrated. I know everybody else was. I mean, it's hard to believe that we had 560 yards of offense and still lost that game, and it wasn't even close. I'm not sure if I've seen a defensive performance of like that for Tech. I'm watching Tech for over 30 years. It was embarrassing. It was terrible. I am going to review that game. Hopefully, I'll have offense and defense, all 22 film on that one so that we can see, even though it is very painful to watch that back, I'm sure. But just trying to get an idea of what Blake Gideon was doing in that game. I mean, running that soft zone, and I just don't even want to get too much in this commentary. I'll save that for that video. So, with that said, we'll get started here on the Duke game. Let me get set up here, and then we'll get going. All right. Let's get turned on here. Okay, here we go. So let's get a Duke game. I know, guys, I will try to speed this up. I know the last video was kind of long, and I went through a ton of plays, and we went through it multiple times. I'll try to go a little bit faster here and not go over the plays so many times. If you guys, again, comment in the videos, kind of give me an idea of what you like or don't like. If you want me to do multiple in-depth things, if you like the long form videos, let me know that. If you'd rather have it short form or more clips of plays, you want to have just a few plays here and there or whatever, just let me know that so I can do it. But we'll run through this, try to get through as fast as we can here by still giving good analysis here. So let's get started on first play. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so 5-man shift out to the left, Jamal back right, tunnel screen, gets blown up. All right, so again, just like we saw in Virginia Tech, almost every time we run a bubble screen, a tunnel screen, if it's blocked well and executed well, we're typically getting at least 5, 6, 7, 8 yards on these. It's the times like this, of course, when we get really frustrated watching this because, again, it's just basically boils down to perimeter blocking. I think it's Harpering here that totally misses the block. I'll run it back really quick and we'll see it, and I'll slow it down for just a second so we can watch this. Again, don't need to spend too much time on this one. It is pretty self-explanatory here. We pretty much missed the block, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Here, yep, Harpering there, yep. So again, tight end missed the block, got blown up. Pretty much that's all about there was to it there. It'll show it really quick from this other side, but we'll keep moving. Here we go. Again, the shifts, you'll see Jamal come back, and then you'll see Harpering miss this block. Yep. All right, and then again, unfortunately, this is the one where Malik, I think, got hurt on this. I think got bent back with a player there getting blown up, so kind of a double whammy, right? We lose the yards, and then Malik gets hurt on top of that. But, all right, here we go. Play 2. Okay. Jordan Allen shift, play action, inside slant, good pass, good catch there as well from Allen. Let's run this back really quick. All right, so you can see, again, great throw here, great route by Allen. He did kind of an outside in and cut back. All right, good catch, good pass. All right, let's get going. And again, guys, if we get some more running plays, some more things here, I'll spend some more time on this view here, and we have some more breakdown here. Let's see. Again, play action, good route, good throw, good window throw by Haynes there. Let's see, here we go. All right, first down. I mean, you can see here at the start of this game, we were moving the ball effectively. I mean, we got a couple first downs here in this first drive. Oh, and then Fusel jumps off sides. All right. So we don't need to worry about that. We'll just skip forward. All right. See the next play here. Okay. So again, this is where we're starting to do this again, where we have running back motioning from the outside back in. You get this wheel motion back around Haynes, and then usually it's some kind of counter cut back here. Let's just take a look at what Duke's alignment is. So again, it's pretty standard here. Four down, 2 up. Looks like a 4-2-5. You do have safeties pretty close to the line of scrimmage here. I mean, down within what, 5 to 7 yards, just under 10 yards here. I mean, they do have a lot in the box. So let's see how this plays out. Let's do this, and we'll slow this down. Okay. Yep. Okay. So again, you have missed block. Looks like McKinney and maybe Fusel both missed a block here. Let's watch this again. All right. See the motion here. Speed it back up. And I'll slow it down. Okay. Here we go. Yep. All right. So you can see right here, McKinney basically tries to block his guy. He gets thrown down. Fusel's getting thrown down. You get a block here, you get a block here. But ideally, guys, I mean, if you see this, I mean, you got Byrne on the linebacker here. You got a block here. You got a block here. If these two stay on their blocks, you then create a crease either through here or through here. And it's basically Jamal and the safety again. Even if the safety comes back to play, you're still looking at a good 5+ yard gain here. But again, both guys get beat here on the right side. Let's see what happens. Yep. And you see 97 gets off the block, comes in, cuts down the hole. There should have been a hole here to crease. Should have been at least 5+ yards. But McKinney got beat and gets tackled there. So again, guys, I mean, I know watching this live, we all get frustrated because we're thinking, man, we're just not moving the ball. We're not doing these things. But when you watch the film, you really see the execution problems here. It's usually 1 or 2 blocks that are missed. It blows up the whole play. But again, I mean, there's opportunities here. We're just missing it. We need to stay on blocks, need to execute better. That's just the bottom line. All right, let's get going again. All right. Okay, so looks like second down and 13. Oh, okay, yeah. So we had an offsides before. Okay, so we got trips to the right, H-back offset there, motion. Okay, play action, faking the screen, throwing back to the screen. Okay, pretty good play there. Good catch by Stockton, good run. All right, let's do that again. Let's back it up and let's slow it down real quick here. All right, so looks like we're kind of faking a screen here, right? Because looks like it's coming out to block. Looks like they're coming out to block. He's running a route here, but you can see Stockton starting to drop back for the screen. Let's see, and then you see Haynes pump fake. So what we're trying to get here is a release. So they're hoping they're gonna bite, and then you got Canyon slipping right back here into the seam. So again, good play design. I'm pretty sure here the linebacker actually doesn't. He falls for it for a second, but then he comes back and does an okay job getting back into coverage here. Let's see. Yeah, so again, had him. Now, if Haynes throws this here and over the top, he does have a window between the safety and linebacker here. I mean, it's got to be a good throw, but if he throws this right, you do have this play here. You also have here coming open as well. Now, he's coming over. He's here still, another kind of a tight window, but you got a spot here and you got a spot here. Haynes, I think, hesitates here. He pump fakes. Yep. So he didn't trust the spot. He had these throws here, but he didn't trust it. So then he goes back to the dump off right here, which is fine because 3 is going back to cover again. So then this kind of reopens here. So again, it's not a bad decision, but he did have a downfield throw to make, but it's okay. So, all right. All right. Good throw. All right. Good job. All right. Watch from the top here, just kind of get an idea on our blocking too. Let's just take a quick look here and see how blocking goes. Yeah, pretty good pass pro there. That's actually a better one than the last one. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's go to the next play here. Let's see. And again, guys, trying to go a little quicker this time so we don't have such a long video, but just give me some feedback if you like it or not. All right, here we go. All right, trips left, single back set, got an H-back over here, tight end. Beetham cuts back. Okay, a little quarterback counter power here. All right, that's a cool little play design. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's slow it down here. All right, let's see. And we'll watch this from the other view to get some better blocking, but just watching from the side. Okay, so you got Beetham coming in. All right, yep. So again, we do this quite a bit, right? So you saw us a lot in Virginia Tech film. We get a 3-guy wash down here. So pretty much 3 guys are washing everybody opposite a play side, and you get 2 pullers here. You got Carney pulling, and I think that's maybe Rutledge or a tight end maybe for the other side. I can't see who it is here, but we'll watch it. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like a tight end. Okay, so now you basically got 3 lead blockers, right? Quarterback power out here on the outside. You get a seal there. You got 2 lead blockers, 2 on 2. So, I mean, this is set up for a big play because if they get blocks here and he seals out, I mean, it's pretty much Haynes until the safety can come up here and make a play. Let's see how this plays out. Okay, so Haynes kind of makes a little stutter step trying to juke, which kind of slows things down. The defender's kind of in between here, but you can see now there should be a crease if they can get both blocks because he cut it in and cut it out. You do have this outside lane to get out, see, which he hits it. Boom. Good seal blocks. Good job there. Oh, it gets tripped up there. I mean, yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, he got a little arm tackle on the leg there, went down, but I mean, he could have got another probably, close to 10 yards here. But still a good play, good pickup. Let's watch it from the play side. Over the top. Let's see. All right. Let's see here real quick. Again, yep. Again, see the pullers wash down. Good blocks. Yeah. And I get it. Haynes thought about maybe cutting here. Then he cuts here. He cuts outside. Again, it's the right read. He could have cut it up here a little closer if he wanted to, but decides to run to here. Just a little unfortunate to get tripped up here. But a good play design. Again, just an arm tackle that he usually breaks those a lot. That one he just didn't. All right. Let's see. All right. 1st and 10. All right. We got twins, both sides, right? Stacked twins here. Okay. And we got another false start, it looks like. Or is that on Duke? Let's see. Okay, that's on Duke. All right. It's good for us. Free 5 yards there. Defensive end jumps off sides. That's, I think, Anthony for Duke, who's a good player. Let's see. All right. So it should be 1st and 5, I guess. All right. Here we go. Stockton in motion. Okay. Kind of a straight handoff power, maybe counter. Let's see what the blocking was there. All right, let's slow this down here. Oh, sorry guys. All right. Apologize about that. All right. All right. Let's run that back. See if I can do this right this time. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's see. You got H-back here, single back set, offset. You got motion, Stockton across, jet motion fake. And again, we talk about this all the time. Buster's all about the eye candy and misdirection. I mean, the fact that basically you had the handoff almost the same time Stockton's coming through there. So again, it's hard to see who actually has the ball. Again, that's just buying more time. Maybe getting eyes of a defender going somewhere else. If these guys are looking out at Stockton, that gives Haynes a second more to get inside here. But you got wash down blocks here. You got Rutledge coming out here, McKinney there. I mean, really, you're set up for a big play here because if Rutledge gets 12, McKinney gets 34, I mean, you got the seam right here, and it's going right up the middle. Let's see. Here we go. Yep. You got the hole. Okay. Again, Rutledge has got to stay on this block. I mean, you cannot miss that block. That's I mean, again, everybody makes mistakes. It is what it is. But, yeah, that's a problem right there. I mean, you can see we would have gotten way much bigger play here, missed the block. Now it turns in from a potential 10-yard gain to like a 3-yard gain, right? So let's see. Yeah, boom. Gets the hole there. Yeah. Got to make that block. I mean, that's the problem, right? It's just, I think that's the thing with Duke, right? It seems like we're just having trouble, but the main thing is we're just missing a block here and there. It's just you need that one crucial block to break something open, and we're just not getting it right here. All right, tight set, motion canyon out. Let's see. Always starts like a fake toss there, but then a real toss, and that got blown up. So, all right, let's back that up, and then let's slow this down. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, so we got some pullers here. Looks like Fusel maybe and McKinney maybe. Looks like both pulling. Everyone else is kind of sealing off here. You got block there, block there. Let's see a toss. All right. Oh, okay. I think it's maybe Harrison Moore. All right. Yeah. Okay. So here's your missed block right here. So somebody was supposed to cut off. It looks 3 here, I believe. And yep, comes to make the play. All right. So let's go to the overview side and let's take a look here really quick and let's see what happened. All right, here we go. Again, Duke's kind of in a 4-2. You can see they got both because we have a tight set and we kind of have a jumbo tight set here. They've brought everybody up, so we do have a lot of guys in the box. Same thing again, guys. Like I talked about in the first video, most of the time when you run a tight set and you get everybody inside, you're trying to get this box overloaded so you can run the perimeter, right? Whether it's a quarterback zone read or a toss or any kind of thing, you want to get the outside because it's hard for them to get angles. But 3 does a good job here. I want to see. I think there's a missed block here, but he gets out and scrapes and makes this play. So let's see what happens here. All right. So 3. Beetham's coming out. Takes a bad angle. Yeah, he's got a seal on the outside there. I mean, you cannot take an inside angle when the play's coming the outside. And, I mean, the whole point of him is to seal him on the inside, right? So let's run it back again real quick. All right, let's see. We'll get over there again. I mean, he's got to go here. He has to get outside and make sure he does not get outside shoulder of him. I mean, you can't. That's just a terrible angle by Beetham. Again, you see now McKinney is a choice because McKinney's guy is 8, not 3. Now, he could have picked up 3 either way, but one of those 2 guys would have made the play. But Beetham not getting the right shoulder on that is the problem. I mean, that's why that play got blown up. Yeah, you just cannot do that. Again, it's 1 block here or there, guys. I mean, the play designs are fine. I know we get on Buster. We talk about, why we call this player that. But you look at the stuff. I mean, really, it's fine. It's just, again, you're missing blocks. You got to stay on your block. All right, here we go. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. We're going to check the play. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. This is pretty cool. We actually faked the looking over for the play to catch them off guard and then snapped it. So, again, you can watch this again. Let's go back. All right, sorry, guys. We'll go through and then we'll replay it again here in a second. All right. So, again, you can see here, we kind of look, we're going to check a play or look over for a play to the sideline, and then while Duke is kind of sitting there, then we snap, right? Again, lots of factors here, right? It helps prevent their rush, right? Catches them off guard. They're not going to be able to rush us as well. Also, if we were going to run the ball, you actually can get on your guy a lot faster and with a little bit of a surprise here. You see he snaps it, and then look, everybody's still selling it. So, I mean, everybody sold it well. I mean, it seems like it was designed that way. I don't think that was an accident. I think it was designed. But good pass pro here. Again, Duke can't get a rush because they're caught off guard. You got him here. You have a safety over top, but you could have thrown that. Nobody's open. So Haynes takes off. You got a big gap here in the middle. That's poor gap discipline by Duke, but good play here to make this open field tackle. Again, we still get 4 or 5 yards. It looks like. Let's watch this from over the top. Let's see what happens here. All right. Okay. Again, let's see this. You can see he'll look over to get the play here. They're going to do a check, get the line, see what they're set up in. You see Duke is cheating like crazy here. So I don't know if we checked to that fake snap or that was intentional the whole time, but you can see we're standing up like we're not going to snap it, and then he snaps it, right? So again, I think that's planned because you can tell everybody's kind of ready to pass block there, but now Duke's pass rush is bad. See, block, good pass pro. Good pass pro. He had him deep. He almost threw it, then decided not to. But again, bad gap discipline. You see 2 guys in the same thing. 34 should be staying in the center of the field. He did not, which leaves the crease. Haynes needs to, go out there. It's just a good play by 34. I mean, that could have been more if he missed that tackle. But still a good gain. Again, I think he had him if he threw it, but it's all right. We still get pretty good yardage there. All right. Let's see. Okay. Tight set, same play with the first play of the game. That 5-man shift, but now we're shifting him back to the pistol, and then we stretch to the outside. Okay, cool little design there. Again, we shifted everybody over here to the field side, I believe, and then switched to the boundary. Yeah. All right, let's see what the blocking here is. So again, we shifted everybody over here left. So now you have no, Duke has nobody really on the outside right now, right? So the idea is to get leverage out here. I believe we kind of run crease right here off the B, between the B and C gaps here. This B gap here, A gap is here, your B gap there, your C gap there. So kind of right off the B, C here off the edge. But Holsley gets the run here. The idea is try to get maybe a seal or a cut, and then you have a gap here, nobody outside. Let's see what the blocking is here. All right. Yep, little zone blocking going down the line. Okay. So here's the problem here. McKinney goes inside here and gets behind Fusel here. I'm not sure why he's taking this angle. I mean, I guess he's kind of going down the line. He should have been moving this way because he needs to cut off 34 here. I mean, the idea is he needs to get up here and cut off 34. He goes behind, which I guarantee you what's going to happen is 34 is going to cover and make this play. Let's see. Okay. So decent block by Carney. Rutledge is starting to kick out. You see this, the crease about to start here. So again, you got to seal inside, and then you should have this here. But I guarantee you, he's going to come up. Safety's coming down, but I bet you. See now, McKinney's not going to block anybody because basically he's in the wash now, coming inside this lane. He should have been going out and picking this up. Let's see. Yep. So again, if 34 had been chipped off by McKinney, I mean, the safety's still there, but Holsley has more time now to possibly get this outside. He could have broken this tackle or even outran him to the side in a much bigger play. But because, again, we got no contact, no chip, nothing on 34, he's able to cover and make the play. Yeah. Cool play design. Still got 4 or 5 yards out of that. But again, just stuff like that. Little things like that prevent a 5-yard play to a 10, 20-yard gain. I mean, that's stuff that's crucial. In these kind of games. All right. So let's see what we're at. All right, 3rd and 7. 4 receivers, single back. We motion Harpering back in. Okay. Low snap again. Fake toss, and then a toss. That's just a disaster all over the place. Looks like the dude got pressure right off the bat, and that pretty much crumbled this play. So let's watch from here. We'll be able to see this a little better from this side. All right, we'll see we're motioning Harpering back in. Okay, here we go. All right, again, look at that snap, guys. I mean, we talked about this in Virginia Tech. I know some people comment on this too. Yeah, I mean, the snapping has to get better. I mean, that's just, again, that throws off all the timing of the play. If this was a timing play where this was a read or a give or a jet sweep or something, that pretty much could blow up the whole play. So let's see how it affects it here. Okay, low snap. Yeah, so fake toss. You can tell already we're behind the timing on the fake toss because he had to hesitate, and now it's kind of back. Now Rivers is crossing here. Let's see. Fusel looks like he pulled from this backside, or maybe he shifted down. I'm not exactly sure here, but again, we get beat here. So now that's going to flood Haynes. So Haynes, again, you probably have Rivers on a crosser here, but because he's getting the pressure, I think he's not able to throw this ball. He has to move. Yeah, see, again, moving him off his spot. If he had more time to throw, you could have waited to this slit over here and probably hit Rivers on a crosser here pretty open. You do have Holsey here, but I mean, again, you got at least 2 guys over here with one. It looks like Harpering maybe he's trying to get the block, but again, you got too many guys out here on numbers. The pressure causes this. Again, Haynes has to get rid of it because he's got nowhere to go. He's about to get tackled. Just have to dump it off. Again, pressure pretty much caused that. Moore got beat there. So, again, Holsey nowhere to go. Harpering can't get out in time to block. That's just, again, poor blocking, poor play there. If we had just a little more time, Rivers could have caught that crosser, I think. All right, let's see. All right. Tight set again. Okay. Oh, okay. We were trying to go some. It looks like we had at least 3 verticals going there, and then we just again got blown up right at the middle. Let's see here from this side. We're gonna see what happened. All right, again, Harpering tight in here. Holsey there. Allen is there. All right, snap again. A little low left snap again. All right, so we got a blitz. So again, we got a double team here, a double team there, here. So Holsey should be picking up the blitz here. It looks like he might be blitzing it on the delayed blitz as well, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay. Boom. Okay. So I know in real time it's going to look different than slow motion. Hosley at least stepped up and made the hit. It's not a great block there. I mean, he did at least get in front of him and do that, but he pretty much pushed right through him, caused some mistiming. You saw Haynes get a little bit of happy feet here and get offset. I think if this had been a better block, or if Haynes was a little more confident or patient here, or maybe even just took a step right and went to throw, kind of poor footwork here, but because of the pressure, let's see what happens. And then he has to throw it away, right? Yeah, he's in his face. Now he's just going to avoid the sack and toss it up, throw it away again. Hosley tried to make the block, but that's not great, right? I mean, I don't know what you need to do there. Take his legs out, do something, but you got to make a better block there. That pretty much blows up the whole play. And, yep, he has to throw it away. Yeah, again, guys, just poor pass pro there from Hosley. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, 2nd and 7. Okay. All right, a lot of motion there. Wow, okay, it was kind of a inverted pistol there. Okay, nice. Oh, good move by Jamal there. All right, that was cool. All right, let's see that in slow motion because that's going to be pretty cool there. All right, I want to see that formation again. Hold on, I'll let it run through it for a second, then I'll rewind it back so we can get the start. Okay, so we start off again with basically, I think that's running back, tight end. I don't think that's 2 tight ends. I think that's maybe Maddox and then Haynes and then one of the tight ends here, and then you got 2 receivers out here. But then we motion. I think we have 3 or 4 guys moving at once. Let's see. Yep. Okay. So actually all 5 guys move. So you got wide receiver shifting out further, creating more space. You got both tight ends move from offset of Haynes to up here. Kind of looks like the old triple option from Shotgun. Okay, let's see. And then we get the hand off to Jamal. All right, so then we get the tight end motion here. We're trying to create leverage here. I think we're trying to get to the outside fast. Yeah, get a running start. Okay. All right. Again, kind of our patent. I feel like this is one of our most patented run blocking thing here is you got the 3 guys washing down, 2 pullers. We're trying to actually cause some misdirection here. So linebackers are going to see these 2 linemen pulling this way, so they're going to naturally feel like the play is going that way. It's, of course, to get them going this way so that we're running power lead here. So you're going to have a seal there, either a kick out or a seal here, and then you got Haynes coming on the outside. Okay, here we go. All right. Why did he stop to block him to go here? Okay, I'm not sure what happened here. He was going out to block him and then just decided right before I'm going to leave him and go to the safety. I don't know if he thought he was going outside here, but again, if this was blocked, like normal, you have a crease right here for a big play. That is a really weird decision there. I don't know what's happening. That's strange. And then Jamal has to make a move, which he does. There's a great spin move there. So we're lucky again. That play could have pretty much gone for nothing. Haynes makes something out of it. Jamal, good run. Yep. So we end up getting about 5-6 yards out of that, but that could have been probably a 10+ yard run if we had blocked. I have no idea why he left his block there. That's really weird. All right. Again, watching it from this side. Motion, pullers, handoff. Again, I don't. There's nobody else out here. I don't know why Byrne would just leave him to go block the safety who's the guy's right in front of him. That's really weird. I don't get that. All right. Okay. You got 2 twin stackers out here, both sides. Motion either side. Oh, then motion all the way out. Empty set. Oh, yeah. Nope. Okay, so I like this, right, guys? Because this made me feel like this is going to be quarterback draw, right? I would have assumed as a defense and scouting that motioning him out and then creating an empty set, this is probably a quarterback draw, but Haynes actually almost fakes the draw and then throws a screen, so it's a pretty cool little wrinkle off of that. You can see here again. Again, kind of fakes the step forward and then throws it, right? So that's a cool little wrinkle there. And again, we get about that's a good run there too by, I think was it Harpering on that side? Oh no, Seither. So yeah, watch from this side again. You'll see a little fake step forward by King, and then he throws the screen. Yep, fakes it, boom. Oh, Canyon. That was actually Canyon. It was Seither blocking. Okay. So again, good second effort by Canyon there to get a few more yards, but again, 6-7 yard gain for a first down. So that was a good play. And good wrinkle off of that. All right, under center, jumbo, kind of a tight jumbo set here. Okay, a little fullback Yep, little fullback dive. So this is this is that play we run a lot in short yardage situations. It's kind of cool to see it in first down here. I feel like that's a little less predictable. And we'll watch it in slow mo from this side. All right, so you got Holsey running motion. Okay, so again, we had a power to this side. So again, they're going to be more stacked up on this side. Duke's in a 1, 2, 3, 4, almost a 5-2 here. It could be a 4-3 basically, but almost a 5-2. That's a nickel. Again, you got still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, you got 8 or 9 guys in the box right now, right? So they're expecting a run, but we're kind of running to the opposite side. This little, again, this is kind of like from the old Paul Johnson days, how we used to have the triple back then. A lot of this about how the footwork and how the spin off comes on this, because he'll spin it out like the play's going this way, then handing it back, right? You have that kind of counter handoff. There's a lot of deception there from eyes in the defense here, but let's see. Yep. Let's get a little delayed handoff. Yep. Again, it's a cool play. The problem is they got so many guys in the box. There's just a ton of traffic up here. Again, you see a lot of flowing here, which is great. We're getting a lot of motion here, so it's good to run this back off side. It's just have a lot of guys. So we got hat on hat, blocker here, blocker there, blocker there. So everybody's blocked. It's pretty much just 3 on Holsey right here. Let's see what happens. Okay, yep. Problem is Holsey already has his head down. He's not looking up here. I mean, the hole was here, but he's kind of lowering his head running into the pile. If he could just keep his head up and run out here, you have a one-on-one, could make something happen here and break this. But he's looking down, which he doesn't see where he's going. He spins out of it right into 3. Again, still a tough run. Keeps dragging him. I love how he keeps his legs turning all the time. That's awesome to see. But yeah, and then look at that. I mean, he powers it for another 3 or 4 yards, which is great. But again, you got to keep your head up there. I mean, he already was just expecting to run to the back of the pile there. All right. But again, cool play design to run it on first down, not just in the short goal line. A tough run by Holsey, but he's got to keep his head up there. All right, empty set. You got a stacker and then an outside, kind of interesting formation too. Okay, and they run a little wide receiver screen. And again, looks like another missed block. All right, let's do this again real quick. Yeah, again, so it's kind of cool little. I haven't seen this too much with 2 stack here. You usually see a lot of 2 stack, then you'll have a running back here, but you have 2 stack and then a running back out wide or another receiver out wide. Maybe running back here, and this is a little bit different than I've seen. So again, you can do a lot of things off of this. Again, the whole point of doing empty set is you create space. This could be a draw by Haynes because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. You have 4 linemen, 2 linebackers. So again, depending on what side you run, you'd have a blocker for everybody. So you can run draw off of this. We run a screen, but I believe that might be Canyon. Let's see who this is. All right, so here we go. All right. So he's being aggressive here. You just have to take him out. All you got to do is guide him. Let's see, where does he go? Yeah, I mean, you just have to just basically let his momentum and take him and just push him out the way, and then you have the crease here to go inside. Now he's going to come over, but the time he gets there, you're still going to get a few yards to get here. Again, you just got to guide him out. He's kind of he's letting you do it, right? If he chooses one side or the other, you just let him go that way and you push him. But it looks like he just, yeah, I mean, he basically gets thrown down, right? Duke makes a good player, just grabs him, throws him down, and then he's right there. Yeah, I mean, again, you just got to stay under block. Just, again, poor perimeter blocking. And the thing about this is we keep running these screens, and if my take on it is if your perimeter blocking is bad, or, again, it seems like one of 2 screens we run, somebody misses a block, you probably shouldn't run it that much. I mean, until you get to where perimeter blocking is really good, you just shouldn't run that play if you're not going to be able to execute it. But with that said, yep. All right, so we'll just go back. We'll let this run through on the other side. We'll keep moving here. All right, from here. Yeah, it's either. So again, and it's not the same person, right? That's the only thing. I don't want to put the blame on one person. We've had missed block by Canyon. We've had missed block by the tight ends. We've had missed block by receiver. I mean, it's various people, but it's just, again, it seems to be consistent. We have pretty poor perimeter blocking at times. All right. Play action. Good route. All right. See, again, I don't know, guys, why we don't do this more often. I know we have in the last couple of games, but these little dig slants, I mean, they're working, right? I mean, Rivers running good routes. Canyon runs good route. I mean, Allen's been running great routes since he came in. I mean, they're working. We should run this more often. These little 8-10 yard slant dig routes. I mean, people do it against us all the time. We seem to not run it that much, but all right. Let's see the blocking here. Okay. Puller. Okay. Oh, looks like we have Tana in and Moore at guard. Okay. Good blocking. So, all right. So, look, great pass pro here. Moore on the pool, came up, got his guy, really looks like he's laying a good block here. Everybody's got good pass pro. And again, I mean, you see when you have good protection, King can throw the ball. I mean, you got a clean pocket. I mean, he's an accurate thrower. Here we go. Read him right. Good throw. Right on the money. Good route by Rivers, too. Yep, perfect. Perfect executed there. All right. All right. First down. Okay. We got 4 receivers out left. Single back set. Nobody out to the boundary here. So again, no Duke defenders. Nobody here. So to me, this would signal an automatic little stretch handoff here, zone read, whatever you want to be, just to the outside. This would make sense to me, but let's see what we run here. Yep, that's it. I mean, pretty much, again, Duke, the way they're playing that's given to you all day, right? That's a 5-yard gain all day long with that setup there, with having nobody on the boundary there for them. Again, let's see the blocking here. Okay. So, looks like we got a double team here. Moore doesn't block here. Nobody blocks him. I guess they're assuming it's because they think he's going to get out here faster than he can get here, so he's not going to make the play. So I guess Moore's trying to go take someone out from an angle here, getting across the field. Let's see. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yep. Okay, so here you go. So good. You got seal out block there. You got one of these peel layer blocks. Again, double team to the next level. So Jamal could have maybe cut this back inside. He might have had time to bounce this. I mean, he's right behind him. It's hard to tell, but I mean, you can see that where he could have bounced this, but the crease is here or here. Let's see what happens. Yep. Okay. All right. Yep. So, yeah, that's the problem here. We don't stay on this block, and then Jamal gets kind of caught in no man's land. He could have cut this back up here, or he could have kept it out here. But again, because he missed a block, now this hole, he was trying to cut it here. It's blocked off. Let's see. Yep, just runs right into him. It's kind of unfortunate there. That play was set up well. And again, if we go back and we look at here, again, you can see the line. There's nobody out here. I mean, honestly, you could have even run a little quarterback power, have him almost go in a motion pre-snap, and then just Jamal Haynes lead blocking, and then Haynes King following behind him, because then you'd have an extra blocker here. There's nobody here. I would have checked into that. I think that, and maybe that is a check that we have, but I would definitely be considering that going forward if they're not going to play anybody the boundary side here. All right. Let's jump forward. Next play. All right. Here we go. Trips to the left, single back. Tight end here on this side as well. So we got 4 guys to this side. Let's see. Okay. Looks like a zone read that was a give. Let's see if that was the right. See if that was the right one there. Watching from this side. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So we check. So I'm interested to see what we check to here, because we maybe switching the play side. Duke's again very close to the line of scrimmage. I'm kind of surprised we didn't check maybe to a pass here, but looks like we checked to that run. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. All right. Again, the 3 wash down Puller. Yep. Okay. So interesting here, because typically when the end is crashing like that, that's going to be a pull. It should be Haynes King keeping that, but I guess maybe he was so far up that he went ahead and gave it to him because he's getting outside of him. I mean, typically, again, that's going to be a give read there. Let me just see that one more time. So you normally, again, guys, on a zone read, you know, the quarterback's looking at the defensive end usually, and if they're crashing down, then Haynes pulls it. If he sits outside, then he gives it up here. But he kind of came down and we still gave it, which is kind of a weird read there. So let me see again here. All right. Okay, here comes the end. I mean, crashing hard, right? And Haynes is you can see, he looks like he's looking here. So, again, this should be Jamal basically coming to take the hit. Haynes pulling and going outside. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that play didn't get blown up because really the defensive end would have come right here and then Haynes would have pulled it, but he gives it. And we get kind of lucky, honestly, that he overruns it and takes a bad angle. If he took a better angle at that, that's going to get blown up because here's the thing. If he took him and then Haynes tried to pull it back this way, there's a guy coming here. I don't know if he maybe could have slipped through here, but again, that should have been a pull. But anyway, he gave it. All right, so it worked out. Then you got Holsey out here the outside. Okay. So guys don't stay on blocks, which guys get around them. Again, they come up and make the play. I mean, we still get a couple yards there, but again, that was, I think that was a misread there, and then kind of worked out, but a couple yards. But again, didn't stay on our blocks on the outside either. All right. All right. Let's see. All right. Tight set. 2 receivers left. Motion and straight give. Oh man, looks like not a lot of blocking there. So let's see what happened from this side. This is going to tell the truth here to see what happened. All right, so we got 2 tight ends here. Okay, single pistol, motion Taylor across. Let's see, should be just pretty much eye candy because I don't think they do any fake jet motion or anything. Yeah, just trying to get, basically just trying to get him across. There's a less body over here, and it's probably Holsey coming here and then should be kicking it back here based on how they're pursuing. Let's see, yep. Okay, yep. So Rutledge should have had this block here. It was missed, so now you got 34 running right up the hole here with nobody just running free right up here. You also have a missed block here. It looks like it's around him, so now we got this lane covered, this lane covered. There's not a lot of room for Holsey to run anywhere, so you can see how this gets blown up pretty easily. Yep, nowhere to go. Yep. Yeah, Rutledge just missed that block, and the play got blown up. Again, when you're watching it live, it looks terrible. It looks like what the hell just happened. But it's just, again, it's somebody missing a block. That's the bottom line. Actually, pretty much 2 missed blocks there, but one main one that caused the main problem there. All right. And again, Duke's playing very aggressive. You can tell they're going very downhill. They're crashing a lot. They're kind of doing some run blitzing. So, again, we have to make blocks. If you don't, you get blown up. That's what happens. All right. There you go. Now, that's a good read. Now, you'll see the difference here on this. This is actually a good read, and you see the difference of what happens in plays when you make the right read here. All right. So here we go. We're going to have a zone read. Going to the left here. All right. Yep, so we're actually optioning the defensive tackle. So again, depending on the blocking scheme, you can option different people. The option usually is the defensive end, but in this case, we actually left the defensive tackle open, so we're kind of running a midline, right? Back in the day, with the Paul Johnson day, it's like midline running out of the shotgun. You're optioning defensive tackle. So again, if he crashes and takes Jamal, then Haynes pulls it and you're running. And again, you can see here already, we have hat, and if he's going to get taken the running back, then you got Haynes by himself with just one guy. And if he gets off this double team and goes and blocks, you have a wide open lane here. This is set up beautifully. Again, yep, pulls it because he's going toward here. So we got him leveraged. Yep, and there you go. Now you see the peel block here. He's actually taking himself out of the play, actually, which already helped us already there. But normally he could go and block here. So this is set up for a big play here. Carney. Yeah, again, maybe got a little bit of a hole there, but again, gets enough on him. See if Haynes gets through here. Yep. Okay. Gets a little arm tackle there, but goes through. Again, nice gain. I mean, you can see where a zone read is effective. I mean, when you're running it right and you're making the right read, how much difference that makes. All right. Let's see. Okay. Trips left, single back, motion. It's like going to be a screen, I bet. Okay, yep. So you can tell, all right, so I can already see some tendencies that we're breaking. So in the Virginia Tech game, when we had trips left like that and Canyon went on a motion to the side, I think it was like 3 out of the 4 times it was a wide receiver screen. That time we actually made it seem that way and then ran an actual outside stretch to the opposite side. So again, you can see Buster's breaking some tendencies here. Let me watch that again now in slow. All right, so let's see. Because that last 2 times he's been coming back either lead blocking on a screen and one of these guys are dropping, or he's gone over and caught a pass. But let's see. So, yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Handoff there. We got a lot of room here. We're getting good push, good leverage. Where? Seems a little bit timid run by Jamal there. All right. Let's watch this from the back because that seemed like that could have been a good play, and then it just kind of started slowing down there. Let's see what happens here. All right, let's see. Okay, so, all right. Everybody's going outside. Handoff here. Okay, you got this. Okay, I see. So he kind of saw the inside crease, but the problem is he started kind of tiptoeing around there. I think if he had hit that hard and got up there, that would have been a lot better play. I think he got caught in between either bouncing it outside or going inside, but you got to make a decision. You can't be indecisive. There's a little bit of too much of a hesitation there. And we'll see this again on the outside, and I'll say what I was talking about here. Speed this back up. All right. So here, I mean, you got to go. You got to go now. Go now and get up yards. Get to 5 more yards there. He just kind of stopped and then let the play come up and catch up, and then ran to the backup. I mean, you just got to go. It's too much dancing around there. That cost us a good 5 yards there. But again, good play design. Again, breaking tendencies is great. Could have been a much bigger gain there. All right. All right, this is right before halftime. I think it said 16 seconds before halftime. This is right before. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Oh, the ball was tipped. All right. Yep. Okay, we try to run a little quick slant. Let's see what happens here. Who tips this ball? Let's see. Motion. Blitz on the outside. Okay, the blitz. We threw it right into the blitz. So basically, we had like a corner or nickel blitz or something there, and we just threw it right into the blitz. Just unfortunate. They were a good play call by Duke there. We just threw it right into him. All right, twin stackers both sides. Motion out. So back to empty set. Yep, quarterback draw. Yep, and a good run by Haynes. Good game, but again, I think we're almost out of time here. It's the end of the half. Oh, we almost got into a fight here. All right, so again, let's watch this. Motion out, empty set. So you can see here, I mean, if you look, I mean, you got a lot of space here. So this is set up for a draw because you got everybody spaced out. There's a big crease here and here. It looks like you're going to get a double team probably here to appeal. Whatever side the guy goes, they're going to peel off. You got seal here, seal here. I mean, there's big gaps here. But again, this is right before the end of the half. I'm sure Duke was kind of in a prevent defense here. But good. They kind of part the ways here. We had the hole was here. You see it? Interesting. So he decides to cut this back to this instead of just going here. I don't know. I mean, it worked out, right? It was a good cutback and made it work, but there was a big hole at the right side there. But again, still a good play. But I think this was the end of the half, so you're talking about Duke probably playing back. That's probably why we have so much room. Yeah, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Let's see. I think that's it. All right, having trouble getting lined up. Okay, 4 wide. Looks like we're running 4 verticals. No, 1 dig and 3 verticals. Good catch by Canyon. Oh, so we ran out of play. Yeah, there was like 1 second left in the half. We ran out of bounds, and that was it. Yep. Anyway, good route. We had 3 verticals and 1 little comeback or dig route. Good throw by Haynes, but again, we ran out of time. We just didn't have good execution here. Yeah. Okay. That should be into the half. All right. Now we're going to the second half. 6 minutes or 5 minutes is because they had that huge drive there at the start of the third quarter. We get the ball. It looks like we get the ball back till 5 minutes left in the third quarter. All right, motion right. Let's see, fake play action. Come back by Rivers. Yeah, I mean that's a long throw and a good throw by Haynes. That's one of the longest throws, right? When you're on the boundary side, throw it all the way back to the field side. And it's a good route. Let's see. Let's start back from the beginning and watch a little bit of slow motion from the outside. Okay. Play action. Linebackers bite up. You got, I think it's Rivers, I think. Yep. Good route. Comes back. Gets separation. Good throw by Haynes over the top. Yep, good completion. About 6-7 yards there. All right. All right, should be able to see the blocking from this side. Let's see, how did we pass pro on this? All right. Yeah, pretty good there. That's pretty solid. Yep. Give him time. Give Rivers a chance to run that route and get back. Good completion. All right. 2nd down and 2. Or 3rd and 1, I guess. It's 3rd and 1. Not sure. All right. Empty set. Tight end back to behind. Yep. And okay. Yeah, so 2 things there. I think that's a poor decision by Haynes on which hole he went to cut in, and then you got kind of a bad block there by the defensive end. I mean, the tight end. All right, here we go. So again, what we're doing is empty set, everybody spread out. We're trying to spread them out, get them out of the box, and then you bring back a blocker here, extra blocker. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Regular 4-2 setup here. 6 guys in the box. Safety's here, but pretty much 6, and then you got, I think it's 6 on 6 basically, right? So you should have 6 on 6 plus Haynes, so that's how you should have a numbers advantage here. He's going to run this quarterback kind of lead power out here. Let's see. But I think this is a bad block, and then Haynes takes the wrong thing here. All right. Okay, double team, wash, and a puller. End is getting the defensive end here. Tight end's getting there, wash down. Okay, so Rutledge is coming around. Here's the problem. Rutledge should either be going outside here, but it looks like he's coming inside to almost get the defensive end, but the tight end's getting the defensive end. So something here seems a little bit off, unless he's supposed to kind of crash him down and then peel off and get 42, and then he's supposed to pick up the wash here. But let's see. Nope. Okay, he's coming out. All right. Yeah. Okay. So again, the defensive end is shading to the outside. Haynes should have kind of waited and then cut that back up here. He tried to wait, and then he's going outside, and he goes outside and doesn't really give Rutledge a chance to do anything here because he's going right to the tackle. I mean, yeah. So that's just, again, Haynes needed to cut that back up in here. The hole was here. He could have creased that, and then he's got a pretty big gain there. That's just a bad decision there. All right. Good play call, good design. Just, again, kind of poor execution there on Haynes. He needs to be able to make that a better read there on which gap to go through. All right. There's that spacing again. That we got that big spacing out there. Rivers going motion between that. Fake toss, power. Okay. All right. Let's see what it looks like from the back here. All right. So, again, you got 2 tight ends, tight end offset here. There's that 7-yard-ish spacing again where we run a lot of that counter back in. Okay, here we go. You're going to have a fake toss. You should get 2 to go out. Yep. Well, see, that's the thing. 2 didn't really bite on that. I think they watched some film study on that from Virginia Tech, and they're not really biting on that spacing as much. You can tell they're actually lined up closer. Let's look back and see this here. I'm pretty sure you're going to see 3 here, or 2. Yeah, 2. All right. So, and you watch Virginia Tech game, we had this kind of big spaced out here, and they were really outside. And then when we did a fake toss thing out of it, they were really outside. They're kind of staying home more. So I think they did some homework here. All right, so we bring it back in. Let's just look at some of the interior blocking here. All right, so Rivers comes through the motion, back through. You see 42 starting to slide out. Okay. All right. Yep. So again, you get the wash down and the pullers. So you should have guard pulling backside tight end pulling backside. So again, it's the fake toss, 2 pullers, power, quarterback power here. Let's see now who didn't block. All right, so 10's getting inside leverage on us, which is okay. If he still gets pushed down and Haynes goes outside, it's okay, but that kind of gets in the way of our pullers here, I bet. Yep, a little bit. Yep. You can see how Moore had to get caught up in that traffic, and he couldn't get out there in time. So really it should be Moore getting 34, and then the tight end coming back kicking out 2. Let's see. Yep. So we got 2 guys getting the same guy instead of getting out here, which again, if he cuts it up here, it is fine. It's not a big deal, but that's not how it should have been blocked. And you got the guy coming from behind. Yeah, I mean, just kind of got some traffic there. 10 getting in and kind of disrupting that play, kind of threw off the blocking there. That's kind of what happened. All right. All right, tight set. Motion canyon out. Play action. Oh, yeah. This is where Beetham got loose. Yep. Defensive back. Linebacker fell down here, but it was a good play design, though. We'll watch it from the others. Actually, let's watch it from here and slower. All right, let's get back to here, and then we will slow this down and watch this break down from the wider angle. All right, here we go. So you get canyon motion out. Let's see what routes we're running here. So Beetham's gonna cross here, right? He's gonna get here and then slide here. Yep, the nickel's on him. Good pass pro. See here, right there. Get tripped up on feet. Beetham runs wide open. Haynes sees it. Fortunate for us, but again, good throw, good catch by Beetham, and then a good job turning it up and getting big yardage here. Yeah, huge play for us there. This was a big momentum change right here. That was the first, I think, really big play we had the whole game. That was more than like 10 yards, 10, 15 yards maybe. So that was a big shift there. We've been struggling most of the game. All right. Duke's crowding the box. Yeah, that helped too, right? Duke was kind of up at the line of scrimmage, kind of freed that up there. Yep. All right. Okay, let's see what happens here. All right, first 10, trips right, single back. Okay, we're running a check, so we're looking here. My guess, again, is there's nobody to the boundary here. You would think they're going to run to this outside. We see Duke shifting more out, but I think that would be, okay, so we actually ran to the strong side. So interesting check there. I wonder if we were playing to run outside that way, and then we decided to run back to the power side because I would have thought they went opposite there. But let's see the blocking here. Wait, we'll go past the shift here. All right. All right, let's see the blocking. All right, a little zone power here, kind of a stretch. All right, yep, gets through the second level, block there. Okay. Yeah, so Rutledge kind of just doesn't stay on a block here. Again, it's just kind of sloppy blocking here. Let's take a look at this. I'll stop it and kind of take a slower look at this. But Duke has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the box. We have basically you have 6 blockers as well, so you have kind of a 7-on-6 thing here. So again, I think that's part of the problem is we got one extra guy in the box and we have blockers, but let's just see. Let's slow this down and see. All right, here we go. All right, so stretch. Okay, so again, he's trying to get to the second level. He's supposed to be coming over to get here, right? So he's trying to get through. You see 4 holding him, which again, defensive linemen are taught to do that, right? Because you're trying to prevent offensive linemen getting to your linebackers. So he kind of holds him here. Looks like a double team, and then he's trying to get through as well. The second level, got a block here and a block here. All right, let's see. Where does it kind of break down at? All right. So again, both defensive linemen for Duke grab their guys, which again, that's what they're supposed to do. They could be called for holding for that, but that's kind of the smart play is to keeps them delayed getting the linebacker. So you kind of see Rutledge got delayed half a second there getting grabbed by defensive lineman, which kind of allowed 34 to get outside. Yep. So there you go. Yep, and then Jamal doesn't have enough time really to cut this back because 34 gets outside. If he could have sealed him there, you see there's a crease and as a much bigger gain, but again, couldn't get to him. Yeah, I mean, again, little stuff like that, guys. I mean, it's Rutledge getting held just half a second there prevents him from getting 34, and then he ends up making the play, right? So, again, 3-yard gain compared to what it could have been like a 10-yard gain. Okay, here we go. 4 receivers left. Motion. Okay, I guess that's a nice little head start there. Oh, yeah, okay. That's where Haynes tips it to himself, almost catches it, bobbles it, falls. So you see here, we get a little running head start with Rivers. Let's go back, actually, and watch that from the wide view because that's going to get a better view of the routes and stuff here. All right. So you got Rivers, I believe it is, or maybe it's Taylor, Zion Taylor. So he's going to come back, get a head start. He's going to run kind of a crosser here. Let's see. You got crosser there. You got Canyon down the seam here. This looks like wide open here. It looks like Haynes is looking at him. So is this where he was going? Let's just see where this is going. Oh, man. You got a touchdown right here. Yep, this is it. Looks like he's going there, and this ball gets tipped. That's unfortunate. Yep, that is a wide open touchdown right there. Wow, got tipped by the defensive tackle. Wow, that's yeah. Seeing that live, I didn't realize Canyon was that open. Of course, seeing it from the TV view. Man, that's unfortunate. That should have been 6. All right, let's see. Yeah, Canyon just ran a straight go route down the seam, and he's just wide open. And then, yep, defensive tackle happens to get his arm up. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. Man, what a bummer. All right. Let's see, next play. All right, trips left, single back. Let's see. Motion to the strong side. Is this going to be a screen or a run to the opposite? Yep, the screen. Oh, man, that was trouble. Yeah, that could have been a pick 6. That's trouble. Again, I feel like that was telegraphed because we run that a lot. That's the problem, right? I mean, let me go back to the start of that. Again, that's what I was mentioning earlier. We were breaking some tendencies earlier with this, and then this one I felt like that played right into it, right? We run this trip set, and then we'll motion the one receiver back to the other side, and then we'll run a little screen to it. So he'll come through and lead block. These guys will lead block, and then you'll have one guy drop back for that little tunnel bubble screen. But let's see what happens. So you're going to have a safety, I think, crash. Oh, yeah. See, he knew it. 8 immediately, I mean, from the start with the line of scrimmage, and then immediately broke to this route. I mean, you can pretty much tell he immediately knew what his play was going to be. Yep. And again, that's a really good play by him, to be honest, but I can tell they were coached just to recognize that because he could tell he saw that. But again, great play by him, hustle to get out there and reach that ball. Thankfully, it wasn't picked. That was really lucky for us. All right. All right. But again, I just, it's tough, right? You break tendency earlier to go back to it. You're trying to keep them off balance. But, yeah, I think we need to start looking at running that. If we're going to run screens, we need to change formations out of that because that seems to be pretty predictable. All right. Let's see. Field goal, 10-10. It's the end of the third. Okay. I think we forced a punt here. Got pinned down about the 5. Let's see. Okay, little power straight middle of Jamal. Good run there. Good 5-6 yards. It's a good tough run there by Jamal. See, that's when Jamal is at his best, is when he's not tiptoeing too much, not doing too much dancing around, just runs it hard. That's why Holsey's been so good. He's just hitting the hole hard and running hard. When Jamal does that too, he's good. He's been doing way too much dancing around. I mean, for me this year, it seems like to me. All right, let's see the blocking here. All right, see, at the jet sweep motion, again, it's that same timing where the block, Stockton kind of blocks the handoff. It's kind of hard to see where he's giving the ball. If Haynes is keeping it, he's giving it to Jamal, giving it to Stockton. It's kind of, again, all deception there. Okay, so you got wash down, pull. Yep, okay, yep. Again, so this is where it's executed well, right? When you get the good wash downs and there's no and then our puller doesn't get caught up in traffic and you get out here, let's see what Moore does here. Boom. All right, good block. Yep. Haynes right off his butt, which is great because you got outside leverage here, so it cuts that hole. Again, just great executed play here. Good 6 yards, solid run, good blocking. All right, here's the fourth quarter. It's where all the magic happened here, right? I think all of us were nervous at this point, just like I was in this game. All right, we have a check. Let's see. Okay, they motion him to this side. Okay. So I think that was going to be maybe a quarterback run the other way to the right, and I think the check went to the left. I think that's what happened here, but let's see. They're gonna check, and they're gonna put Beetham in motion. Let me speed this back up. Yeah, see, I think that was going to originally maybe be a run to the right, and they shifted to the left based on the alignment of Duke here. Let's see. All right, see what the blocking is. Should be pretty much just straight quarterback power, I think, right? Yep. All right, you got cut block here. You got a puller there and a puller there. So you got a wash down, and a cut block, which I haven't seen in a while. Rutledge is getting out to the second level, trying to cut off this linebacker. So you're going to have Moore supposed to be getting here. McKinney probably kicking out here, and you have Jamal here. So, but you got him crashing hard on Beetham. Let's see, does he get? Yeah, he gets washed down. That's good. Okay, so yep. So now you got to have McKinney kicking out, and Jamal's job is this guy right here. So let's see. I mean, you got this set up to block perfectly. The crease is here. He just has to get this seal block and that kick out, and then boom, it's there. Let's see. Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. I mean, again, that's just executed really well. Good blocks. Good block by Jamal there. Yeah, really good play. All right. Probably a good check too there to switch to the other side if that's what the check was. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay, Stockton motion, jet sweep. Oh, good move by Jamal. Yep, really nice cut there. Yeah, that was a nice cut. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Again, so obviously we're running a pretty much just kind of a power jet sweep, kind of a outside stretch to Jamal here with a lead blocker of Stockton, but again, we run backside pull here, right? So I think that's so creative in a sense that, again, you do this to try to pull linebackers because they're reading these guards pulling, these guards and tackles pulling, so they're trying to get motion back to sweep here. Let's see if Duke stays home. Yeah, they do a pretty good job. Like, he stays on line with the running back. We do get a little bit of motion back here with this linebacker. He's going in hard there. All right. Oh, man. Okay, we had kind of a missed block here and probably a little bit of a hold there, but he's thankfully with Jamal's speed, he can get outside here from him. Oh, yeah, we got away with a hold there big time. Man, look at that. Hard step in the ground, cut back. I mean, this is when Jamal's good. I mean, he does stuff like this all the time and wows you. And then he runs a play the next play, and you're shaking your head. So it's kind of a mixed bag, but great. Look at that. I mean, juke the hell out of him. All right. Good run there. Did we get a hold here, or did we not get called for that? Because that could have been a hold on the inside. Looks like we did not. So got 5 yard first down on that, maybe? No, 2nd and 5, I think. All right. Oh, we did the nonchalant snap there. And is that pass interference? Yeah. Okay. Straight go route Rivers. I wish we'd throw these more just throughout the game, but let's go back and watch this. All right. Let's see here. All right, 2nd and 5. Let's see. Just kind of look at the alignment here real quick. All right, so yeah, you got single coverage down here, single high safety. So there's no cover 2 here. So again, I mean, if you run a route here or here, safety has to decide which side he's covering on. Again, that's why I think we went to this route. Whoops, sorry about that. Apologies, guys. Don't know where I got out to the timer here. Let's see. Where are we at? I might have jumped some plays here. Okay, yeah, that's back where Stockton was. Okay, so we're not there yet. All right, hang on. Let's get forward. Here we go. All right, now we're caught up. Okay, here's the play. All right. Okay, let's go here. All right. Yep. So you see there again, we did that. Look to the sideline, and then while everybody's looking for a play, snap it. Again, I think they just try to prevent Duke from getting a good jump on us, getting good blitz. There you go. He's got, I mean, it's pretty good coverage, but he has him. If he needs to throw that to the outside and give him a chance, a little bit underthrown. Rivers kind of stops running there. He kind of actually cuts off that route a little too fast. He's actually slowing up before the ball gets there. So that might be on Rivers there, to be honest. But again, either way, we got pass interference on that. So first down, needed that. All right. You guys can really see that, again, that kind of look at the sideline from this view. All right. All right. Here we go, 1st and 10. All right. A lot of people to the boundary, motion back, and then jet sweep. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so not a bad play call there to get the motion back, and then you get the good sweep. We just didn't get good blocking there. Let's see. So here comes Rivers, jet sweep, wheel it back. Here we go. All right, so you got everybody washing down here. You got the puller coming back here. And then you got the jet sweep motion to Rivers. So you got 3 lead blockers plus a puller. Let's see. Okay. So I don't know what the Duke guy's going. I guess he's just trying to stop Moore from getting to the second level here because he looks like he's trying to tackle Moore for something there. I don't know what he's doing there, but all right. So okay, you got to, yeah, I mean, I can see why Rivers tries to cut this up. I mean, you got a seal there. If Harpering gets a block here, I mean, you got a gap there. Or again, if he goes to the inside, you can bounce it out here. You still have a lead blocker here with Holsley. Yeah, again, Harpering gets blown back here. He has to get a better block here. If that's a better block here, you got a crease and you got a big play. Instead, Harpering gets kind of knocked back, and then he honestly gets a little bit of a grab hold here, and that stops, again, Rivers needs to maybe cut it back a little bit more inside, but again, that's on Harpering. I mean, again, Harpering's young. He's done an awesome job receiving. I think he's obviously, from watching 2 games of film now, he's definitely struggled with blocking at times. He's made a good block here or there, but for the most part, he is really struggling with blocking. I think that's why early on he didn't get a lot of playing time because he's on that side of the fence. He's really struggling on that side. All right. Okay, we got about a 3-yard gain. All right. Let's see. Motion fake jet sweep. Going deep. Oh, so we had Patterson wide open, overthrows him. Yeah, I saw comments on this. They said Patterson slowed down. I thought Haynes just overthrew him, to be honest. But let's just see from this view, see kind of what we see here. Yeah, I see the little half step there. I can see where he kind of looked like he almost stopped for a second, but I think Haynes still overthrew that. I mean, the problem is you got all the time in the world there. Like, he's wide. There's nobody around him. The only thing you can't do there is overthrow it. You can underthrow him even slightly there. You're still going to get a big play. That just cannot overthrow that ball there. That was a big miss. I was worried when he missed that throw it was going to cost us the game. All right. Try another deep route. Oh, yeah, there's the great snag by Canyon. Awesome. Yeah, we got to watch that in slow-mo. I mean, that's just incredible hands, and, I mean, he's such a beast. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Good throw by Haynes. Put it pretty much in the only spot it could be. Canyon does a good job getting a little bit of separation there, going up, high pointing it. I mean, and then the concentration of pulling that down. Man, what a catch. That was a huge momentum swing right there, making that catch. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. Jet sweep. Well, excuse me, not jet sweep. Kind of outside stretch, I mean. But, all right. So, let's see. You get about 2 yards. Let's see what happens here. Okay. You got tight end to the right, single back, offset left. Let's see. I'm sure we're going to get some pullers here probably. Yep. Rutledge pulls out. Oh, okay. We got some jumbled here. Okay. Didn't see that. All right, so again, when you're watching that live, hard to see that, but you get some tangled up legs here, and then nobody's blocking 34. So that's what kind of blew that play up. If you didn't have that, which we'll go back, speed it back up again to get to that point. Yeah, so could have been a bigger play here. Again, go here. I believe it's Tana gets caught up here behind Moore. They get legs caught up, so now Rutledge is kicking here. Tana would normally be getting 34. Now you have nobody on him, right? Could have been blocked there, and now you're talking about a whole different play. All right, let's see. Yep. All right. Again, just that's unfortunate. A good move by Holsley, though. Man, good spin move out of that and get something out of that. He could have got 2 or 3 yard loss, turned to a 2 or 3 yard gain, so that's really good. Okay. Oh, there we go. Unusual formation again, so it's kind of like our 2-point play from before. You got one guy wide out to the right. You have the 4 interior, and you get the 4 line, and then somebody hiding. This is the one Rutherford scored the 2-point conversion off of. Let's see. What do we run off of this? Okay, motion back. Take jet sweep. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Yep, I remember the play now. That was an awesome play call. So basically, Duke had scouted that formation from us from the previous game, Virginia Tech, and they're probably assuming we're going to run either a quarterback draw off of that or the jet sweep like we did with Rutherford, and then throwing the pass off of that. That's a great break of tendency there, and then really good play call there. Let's watch that again in slow motion. All right, so let's play it. All right, get the motion here. So where is Beetham at? Or no, where is Byrne at? Okay, so he's actually there. Okay. Yep, slide again. they have no idea because it's already a crazy formation, and then not expecting that seam route out of there. But a great catch by Byrne, big moment there, huge play, got us down to the goal line. Great play call there though. All right, let's watch it from this backside so you can see it. Again, you got Byrne, should be sliding, just runs the seam route right here. Nobody stays on him. They're expecting a sweep. Boom. Just a really good play call by Buster. Okay, first and goal. 5. Now, before I even say, I don't even know what play is going to be run here yet, but I can already tell you, it seems like on our first down, we're in the goal line. I feel like this is going to be a fake toss and a quarterback keep, but let's see what happens here. Could be wrong. Let's see. Nope, handoff. Oh, okay. That was a zone read that got blown up because, again, it was at the mesh point. Somebody was hitting us, which, again, should have been a pull, and then Haynes bouncing it outside, but that got all blown up from that mesh point getting attacked. So let's see what happened here. Seems like probably just a good play by Duke. All right. Let's see that real quick here. Slow it down. All right. Okay. So again, here's your read key. Coming in, looks like he's going to be crashing, so that should have been a fake, should have been a pull, and then Haynes bouncing it around. You get double team here, you get Rutledge coming up to get here, and then this is your read key, and then a block here and block out there. So let's see. Yeah, I don't, oh, okay, I see. So Carney doesn't stay on his block, so where Haynes should be pulling this and kicking it to this gap, he's sitting right here. I was wondering why Haynes just basically fell forward running the same way. It's because there was nowhere to go here, so he tried to let him tackle him and just kind of follow through. Yeah, just got blown up. Again, that's mostly because we let a block go, which should have been the pull hole there. All right. Okay. So now it's second and goal from the 5 again. Let's see. All right. Tight set, play action. So he actually has this throwback to Scyther here. I'm watching that in full speed. I can see that, but let's watch it in. Slow motion from this angle. Okay. So again, you got tight end here. Beetham is here. You got Scyther there. You got Byrne there. So you got 3 tight ends and a receiver, and then Jamal. So you have, this is a very common play, especially on 2-point conversions or goal line plays on 3rd or 4th down. This little play action, little leak route here where the running back just kind of rolls out in the flats and gets here. So that's going to be your first read, right? You usually have one of these guys going backside. The receiver, the tight end usually is going back here. Your running back is going out to there. You usually have either a crosser with a backside tight end or maybe even a throwback here. But if you watch Scyther, he gets up here and he kind of comes back, and he's actually sitting open like right here, but we decided to throw it out because the first route to Jamal is covered. All right, here we go. Snap. Yep. Okay. Yep. All right, here we go. So it's really just a 3 route. It's a 3 route option. You got Patterson, looks like he's going in and then an out. You got Beetham with a crosser here, and then you got Jamal flooding out here. Late, Scyther runs out. So it's almost like a delayed route. He kind of stays in the block, and then he kind of falls out here. Let's see. Yeah, right here. If Haynes was looking back to see here, you got Scyther right here because 26 is going out to help here. You got this wide open for a touchdown. I know it's hard to see that in real time, throwing it back. And you don't really want people throwing it back too much across their body, but he is open here. You could have caught that for a touchdown. But it gets thrown out, and he overthrows it, sails it out of bounds to Jamal there. That was just a forced throw. Really, that was a bad throw, to be honest. I mean, I know he's kind of throwing it away, but that's too close. If you're going to throw it away, you got to throw it away. But he had Scyther there for a touchdown if he threw it back a little bit. All right. For the backside. Yeah, that's just, I think he was just throwing away, I think. All right, it's 3rd and goal from the 5. Again, 2 kind of poorly executed plays on the first 2 downs here. All right, trips left, motion out. Oh, we got the spacing again. Okay. Yep, all right, this is one that was a catch. As we all know, that was definitely a catch, right? Canyon catches that. has 2 feet down, takes 2 steps, and then as he's going down to the ground, they call that incomplete. But for sure, that was a catch. But I think we had, well, I remember watching this live. I thought Rivers was the guy he was going to. Rivers is actually open on the crosser. He throws it back behind the canyon, but if he throws it to Rivers, it's a touchdown. Let's see. Here comes Rivers across here. He's got him beat. You just got to lead it right over here. That's a touchdown. He's also open. He's also open. We had, I mean, all 3 guys were open. Stockton was open too. I mean, everybody was. Again, catch. You can see 2 or 3 steps before going down and then dropping the ball. That should have been a catch and a touchdown. But again, we had all 3 guys were open. I actually think Rivers was the easiest throw there to take that. But again, rules it incomplete. We have to settle for a field goal. All right. Okay. Motion, wheel motion back out. Okay, empty set. Let's see what we run off of this. Okay. Stockton crosser. Yeah, good throw. Wow. I mean, what a cannon. See, that kind of throw reminds me of Haynes back in 2023 Haynes when we had a fully healthy Haynes King that throw. I mean, that had some zip on it. So, looks like Jamal motioned the wrong way. He was supposed to motion out that way. Haynes catches him, gets it back. Let's see what the blocking is here. All right. So again, when we get a good clean pocket, really good pass protection here, you got Stockton going on a little short crosser, and then, yep, he sees him open it up. I mean, perfect. Yep, excellent throw, nice zip, hits him right out of the break when he gets past the linebacker. Yes, it's a good throw and good pass protection too. All right. Okay, tight set. Again, guys, you can see every time you get tight set, you get so much in the box here, right? So the idea, I'm thinking automatically, right? This is you got Stockton leading here. So it's probably a motion and then a lead block. I would think this is a handoff to Holsley or whoever's back there right now to this outside. You just don't have, you have the numbers advantage out here to this side. Let's see what happens. Oh, it fakes it. Okay. And then power. Okay. Ended up being pretty good, though. Yeah, I think you could have run. I think you actually could have run maybe both, either side there to that, because I think they ended up working out well with the play action and the quarterback around the other boot, like kind of the boot around their side. Because again, I don't think he's gonna make that play. I think he's coming 2 inside. I think you could have handed that and he got outside either way, but that's fine. Let's see. We got the power. Good. Well, again, mostly good blocking. I think you saw Harpering kind of let 7 go there, and Haynes made a good cut there and got outside, but that was still a pretty good play. All right, good gain, about 10, 15 yards, so it's a good play. All right, handoff, power. Oh, man, almost broke that. So close. Holsley so close to breaking that there. All right, let's watch that here. See the blocking. All right. Okay. Pretty much straightforward blocking. It's one of the few plays we have that nobody pulls, right? You pretty much have block, double team. Tana, I think it's Tana. Tana should be coming out to get here. Carney getting there, and Harpering kicking out here. Let's see. Yep. Man. Yep. Almost got that seam. Just didn't have enough time to break it through. But man, if he had gotten through that, I mean, he's off to the races there, the outside. That could have been a really big play. But still a good gain. I think we got about 5-6 yards on that, so it's a good play. All right. Okay, Rivers in motion. Russian's back. Jet sweep. Nope, fake jet sweep. Quarterback power. All right. So let's see if, I don't know, because sometimes these jet sweeps, I don't know if he has the option to give it or if it's just a automatic fake. But you see Rivers is motioning, which again, they have some confusion here. He's telling him to stay over there. All right, so it looks like they're in man because he's following him. All right, he's coming back. So he motions back. Let's see. Okay, so you get Rutledge as the puller here. Looks like you're going to have Harpering and Holsley lead blocking. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Yep. So I think it is a read here. I think he thinks he's coming in crashing here, so it is a pull. Because it's a jet sweep and the motion is going this way, I guess his option to pull is going to be back inside, but you can see 4 is already getting inside leverage and coming through here, which I believe is what happens. Okay, no. So 7 did a good job there. He sold it. 7 crashed down. Haynes thought he was going to take the jet sweep, and he actually kind of sat there in the middle and then went and got Haynes. So again, just a good play by Anthony. He's a good player too. I mean, obviously he's a huge dude, but he's just a good player. That was just a good play by him to kind of sell that in between and then tackle Haynes for no gain there. Okay, that's when he got hurt. All right. All right, 7 minutes left. Still up a field goal. Now this is pretty cool. We have that same gap, the big 5-7 yard gap. We have it on both sides now. So this is something we haven't seen yet. I don't think I remember seeing yet. Okay, we run a pass out of it. Okay, that was Allen out of it. Okay, then you run a little arrow route, right? So out of the backfield, cuts it back inside. That's pretty cool. Let's see. All right. So again, you can see here we have that same 5-7 yard plus spacing there. And then we're going to have Allen out and then an arrow route coming back inside. So let's see. Here we go. Yep, usually get them. And it could even be an option route, right? So sometimes you'll have an option route, but depending on where he's playing, if he's inside leverage or outside leverage, you have the option to go in or out. But obviously he cuts back inside here. Yep. And sees it. Easy pitch and catch. I mean, again, that's a good 5, 6, 7 yard gain every time if the linebacker's playing off like that. But good catch by Allen, good route. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, empty set. And, yep, a little quick slant to Stockton, which again, I just don't know why we don't run more of this. I mean, if they're playing off or they're not playing man, they're playing zone, we should be running this all day until they stop it. People do it to us all the time. And then a blitz, see, perfect. Just a great read. You got a hot route, so Stockton, most of the time when you see a blitzer like this, when you're the slot inside receiver to especially the blitz side, you should be able to recognize this, and you should be automatically cutting off and helping your quarterback here with a little inside route or a short route to cutting off that route. So Stockton runs a slant. Haynes does a great job getting it right over the blitzer, right on a good throw to Stockton. Good grab in traffic. That was a big play there. I think that was like 3rd down, I believe, on a blitz, and we really needed that one. Yeah. All right. That was a huge pickup there at that moment. All right, motion. Here we go. Kind of like we were going to the fake toss, but we actually didn't. Just ended up being kind of a quarterback sweep, quarterback power. Let's watch it from the back here. All right, you got the motion across, brings the safety over. Okay. Okay, yep, just kind of delayed, like a fake toss delay. All right. So 97 is a good job here. I mean, there's kind of 2 guys blocking him, but neither one of them really block him. He kind of calls it kind of a little bit of a stack up delay there behind the line. I think if we had blocked him better, Haynes could have got a more decisive decision there. Let's see. Here we go again. Okay. Yep. All right. So Moore's pulling into him. Again, if he's blocked better, I mean, he's basically taking on 2 guys, and that allows 12 to come make the play. Because if Moore gets around him and he's not blocking him and he gets blocked 12, then you got Haynes with a crease here to get through. Haynes does a good job still cutting back, making the guy miss. Awesome play there. Good individual effort. Breaks another tackle. Yeah, I mean, it's still a great run. But, yeah, again, you can see where that could have been limited. I mean, it could have been just a 2-yard gain because, again, we got kind of caught up in traffic there. But their guy did a good job. Kind of blocking that up. All right, 1st and 12. Again, tight set. See all the guys in the box. And, okay, yep. Oh, this is spin. Oh, I thought it was a spin-off play. It's not. Not a bad idea. Again, it's kind of one of those where I know we're trying to break tendencies. Because you're assuming when we had tight set, you see the motion out here, they're going to assume we're trying to get to the edge with that tight set, so they're all running here. So you run a motion back out of it. Let's see. You kind of run a counter back to the opposite side. Let's see. Okay. So you get okay blocks here. I think this right here is where we needed to get that seal block for Holsey to get through here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's just safety gonna make a play again. Just a little bit of traffic there, but I kind of want to see this from the other side. We can see this better on the other side of the block. Okay. Yeah, I think the hope here was that the safety is either going to be over pursuing the outside here and you have nobody left. Because again, if this safety had actually not stayed home and kind of drifted back, thinking this was like a toss or something outside, you would have Helsley with a wide open run here in this backside. But again, blocking's pretty good. You see the creases here. So we got block, block, good kick out blocks here, here, and here. Yeah, it just gets caught up there a little bit. But again, that's still blocked well. The one guy who was there making the play made the play. I mean, again, if he had over pursued anything else, I mean, that could have been a touchdown. But not bad either side there. Okay, let's see. All right, here we go. Canyon motion. Yeah, here's the spin. There you go. Yeah, I mean, great spin move there. Let's see. Let's watch this from the back so we can see the blocking here. All right. Canyon motion. Get a guy away from the box. Okay. Get a pull. Okay, so you're going to get a pull in the backside tight end here. You get a block. I'm assuming this might be a zone read. Let's see if it's a handoff or a read. Yeah, okay. So it looks like he's reading him. So this could have been a pull. If he crashed really hard or if Beetham had gone upfield and he was taking the linebacker, I think King could have pulled this for the outside too. But let's see. It could have been design handoff. Let's see. All right, here we go. Block out, block out, block out. I mean, again, everybody's good. You have a hat. Only thing you are is accounting for is the safety. The safety and the running back are one-on-one, and then Holsey just beats him. I mean, that's flat out it. I mean, it's straight up 3-on-0 here. Boom. Great spin move. Touchdown. Yep. Really good blocking by us. Again, you can tell the difference second half was just executing blocks. We weren't missing quite as many blocks as we were in the first half. All right, I think we're getting down here to the end where we have Haynes' final run. Oh, jump off sides, of course. Crucial moments, terrible, but it is what it is. All right. Okay, motion. Oh, yeah, okay. Carney jumps off sides. Let's see. Here we go. Next play. All right, 2 minutes. 1st and 15. Let's see. All right, motion over. Okay, just a straight give, just not any room to work there. Looks like we did not block well there. Let's see what happened. Let's see the blocking here. All right. Okay, so we got a block here, block there, block there. Carney, I think, is going to the second level. So this, to me, is a zone read because we're leaving the end unblocked. So Haynes should be reading the defensive end. Again, if he crashes down, Haynes pulls it outside. If he drifts out here, that's a give up the middle. So let's see what happens here. Okay. So it's interesting we run kind of a zone read with a puller blocking. You're kind of blocking the read key, so it's kind of hard to tell if this is a design run or a read or not, but maybe he's reading the second read, I'm not sure, or maybe he's usually getting him. I don't know 100%, but it could be he's told to get whoever's the first guy here. So, but again, he kind of crashes, so I think this would be a pull, but again, you got the guy there, so let's see what happens. Yeah, you just got too much traffic here. You got too many guys coming unblocked and not enough blockers here. Just too much traffic. And I think it could have been a pull by Haynes and he could have got outside, but again, it's hard to tell. All right. Okay. All right, tight set again. No, sorry, trip or twins to left, fake. Okay. Think Haynes might. I was really pick him up and carry him for 10 seconds. Yeah, I think Haynes might have missed the hole here. I think he might have ran to the back of our guys and kind of missed the hole here. See, Jamal goes in motion. Yeah, fake jet sweep. Yep. So it looks like, again, this puller is coming here. These guys are kind of washing down here. I think the hole should be kind of right up the middle here, but let's see how this plays out. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I mean, again, there's just not a lot of space here. I mean, he could have maybe bounced it here. He could have cut it back here, and he might have gotten more yards, but it just kind of gets clogged up here. Duke does a good job basically holding their gap, holding their side, just not a lot of space. And then we drive him forward, but again, it's where they pick him up and carry the king around for about 10 seconds. All right, getting down to the nitty gritty here. Let's see. All right, here we go. Yep. So, yep, there we go. Yeah. All right, so this is kind of basically the little play action tight end drag route that we scored against Virginia Tech a bunch. Syracuse actually a bunch. It's the fake, again, play action, kind of a zone read pull here. Defensive end crashes down. Nobody accounts for the tight end. He kind of just slips out here. And then Haynes has so much space, he basically just says turn and block. Yep. So he says there's way too much space. I can get there myself. And then you got Beetham going out the lead blocker now. He does, yeah, good job. Yeah, nice block. I've got on tight ends throughout some of these videos for blocking, but that was a good block there. Good downfield blocking here, and Canyon just run his guy off, so really good job there. Yeah, awesome. Needed that play. That was huge. All right, here we go. All right. Down to the 30. Motion Jamal. Fake toss. And there it is. And I'm going to tell you guys, I know they talked about this after the game, but watching this live, I thought that was so incredible that he looked over to the sideline during the run to ask to go down. I had never seen that before in a game myself. I know they talked about, Key had said never seen that before either, but just to have the awareness, because when you're in a game like that, everybody wants to score. It's so hard to maintain your focus to know the situation there, but to do that while running and then still score, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. But let's go watch that back now. All right, so you got the fake toss. Let's play and let's do. All right, here we go. All right, tight end here, offset H-back, motions Jamal to the right. You get a puller and a lead, fake toss, okay, which actually looks like, he actually could have tossed that. There's a lot of space out here to at least get 5+ yards here, but we get the fake toss and kind of the counter. Now, Haynes does a great job. There's a big mess here, and you see that slight slip through there that creates a little crease because Duke gets washed down and too much pursued this way, and you got that crease opens up right there. So let's watch this from. I'm gonna watch this from the back so we can see this how this breaks out and develops here from this side. All right. All right, here we go. So you get, this is again, very trademark blocking for us. Pulling guard, pulling backside tight end. You get kind of a quarterback power. So fake toss to try to get them to over pursue, which they do. You see the movement there, which is great. And then it creates the backside seam. Here you go. You get a lot of traffic here. And again, 34 basically cost this touchdown. If he stays home and stays in his gap, he probably tackles King right here in the hole, but he kind of gets washed up here. Yep. Again, loses focus there, loses the eyes, and then boom, the crease is there. Touchdown, game over. All right, guys, there it is. Again, I think my feedback on this, watching the film now, you can tell, pretty much the first half, it wasn't much different. It just, again, is execution. We always hear that in press conferences like that, but this case it really was. You can tell there's just a missed block here or there that blows up plays. I like the fact that we are breaking tendencies. We still have a little bit here and there, but I do like that we're running some wrinkles off of some things that are definitely working. Overall, again, this was a awesome game to watch. I think the second half, of course, was super exciting, especially the fourth quarter. But again, it wasn't so much that we were getting beat so bad, I think, in the first half or first three quarters. On defense we were, but on offense we just weren't making blocks. So either way, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Again, like the video, give me comments, give me feedback. But I'll be working on some other ones here on the bye week, so I should put out quite a few videos over the next 2 weeks here. But thanks, guys, and look forward to the next one.